So here we have the BMW 420i M Sport convertible automatic on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with M Sport alloys. We'll start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll notice we have reversing sensors. Plenty of boot space as well. The roof is obviously up at the moment. When the roof comes down, that will occupy some of this space. And in fact, the easy way to show you how much it will occupy is that it will sit above this tray that I've just put in. So your boot space will be this section underneath here, of which there's still actually quite a lot. It's a very deep boot in this car. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see not only is it in lovely condition the whole way around, but it's a fantastic looking car as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You can see you get full leather seats. The driver's one is not only electronically adjustable, but has two different memory settings as well. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we have the fuel gauge, followed by the speedometer and then the rev counter. You can see the total miles for this car are 2,255. You can change information displayed above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different bits of fuel economy information, back round to the beginning again. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone, and the plus and minus paddles that you see either side of the steering wheel just here. They are so that you can change gear manually with this automatic gearbox. Now, over in the centre, we have BMW's professional nav. So this is the satellite navigation system. It's also where you will listen to your music, pair your phone, etc. You can see me making these movements at the minute. That's all being done using BMW's iDrive system, which is essentially this dial. Twisting that will take you through the various options on screen. You can push this down like that to select things, so you can go into certain menus. This also moves to the right, to the left, up and down, which becomes handy within various menus. And you can see there, you can access things directly from these buttons should you wish to. We're on the main menu at the moment. It's worth pointing out that not only can you use this, but this is also touchscreen as well. So if you want to go into satellite navigation, you can just tap it like that. There's a full video showing how the satellite navigation works on our website, which is well worth checking out. When it comes to music on this car, we've got DAB, FM and AM radio, as well as a CD player. You can also pair your phone for Bluetooth audio, and there's a USB input as well, so plenty of ways to listen to your music, and that's once you paired your phone under the communication heading that you see just there. Working our way down, we have the CD player, followed by dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature on either side of the car, fan speed up or down from here. When you're happy with those settings, hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit that one to turn it to auto. The car will then take full control of the fan speed itself to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. Pressing that button again will put you back on whatever setting you previously had on there. You can also see we've got heated driver's seat with 3 different settings, and the same over on the passenger side just here. We have the fully automatic gearbox. To the right hand side of that, we have these buttons here. So that one simply turns on the front parking sensors and turns them back off again. As soon as you put the car in reverse, that will turn all parking sensors on, but if you were to pull into a space forwards, then that's the button you'd press. Above that, we can change the driver setup for the car. So we could put the car in sport mode, for example. We can put it into Sport Plus mode as well. We can go back down to Sport, down to Comfort, which is your everyday driving, and Eco Pro. As an example of what this does, Sport mode will give you firmer steering. The accelerator pedal will react quicker to what you do. It'll just feel sportier overall. Sport Plus is exactly the same, but limits the amount of traction control that you have on the car. You can, should you wish to, simply turn traction control off with that button just there. So your everyday setting would be Comfort otherwise. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the roof. So first of all, I'm going to show you the buttons, and then I'll show you the roof itself actually working. So what we have here is the button for the roof. Putting your finger underneath it and lifting it up will take the roof back, so it'll give you a convertible. pushing the button down from this direction here will bring the roof back up and close it again, which I'll show you, as I say, in just a moment. These two buttons here are fantastic. For when the roof is down, you have 3 different, as you can see there, heat settings on the passenger seat and the driver's seat. But what that is doing now on the passenger seat is it will be blowing out warm air at the top of the seat around the area of your neck. So when the roof is down, it still helps keep you warm. And actually, if I move the camera nearer, you can see the vents just here, and you'll actually be able to hear them as well. That's the air blowing out from that section. So now let me show you what the roof looks like in action. Okay, so now what we'll do is the button that I showed you a moment ago, I will pull that button upwards, and you'll see the roof will start to do its thing. What happens first of all is that all 4 windows will go down in unison. The roof will then go back inside the boot area. Once the boot is shut, you can let go of the button then if you wish to, or if you keep it held, all 4 windows will do. So keep it held, all 4 windows will do themselves back up again. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.